Hello again, welcome to another edition of Retail Weeks. Paul Schrimpf here. Once again by myself. Again, this is a big traveling time. We sent Eric Svilgoy actually to Asmark Institute for the PSM training. And so we'll go back. Hopefully we'll get his test results, see how well he actually did, whether he passed or not. We can poke at him if he didn't. But seriously, it should be interesting talking to retailers about what they're going through, some of the things that they're thinking on process safety, and how they're going to try to implement some of these guidelines by the end of the year. I know it's rigorous and it's going to be difficult, but it's something we'll try to learn more about and find out more about here in the next couple months. Last week was interesting for me. I was in Washington, D.C. I had a chance to actually do moderate a panel for the World Bank, which was fun and interesting. Find out about how technology is being used by smallholder farms, as they call them in Africa and other places, and some of the difficulties they have in rural areas getting that technology out to them. One thing that was interesting, we believe it or not, one of the panelists was drones, and there were videos of folks in Africa watching drones going over farm fields, and maybe some of the benefits of taking aerial imagery and using that data to compare year over year and see how farms are doing in Africa could have some benefit. So drones are actually everywhere, more than I even had suspected. This week we're getting ready for Commodity Classic next week, and Eric did bring a contribution. He was at BASF a couple of weeks ago and did an interview with Lou Bozeman at BASF to talk about their Living Acres program and what they're doing to encourage growers and retailers to consider dedicating some acres to conservation. So here's a little word from Lou.
Luke Bozeman, Group Leader, Field Biology for BASF. BASF will be introducing Living Acres at the Commodity Classic in New Orleans this year. Living Acres is a project that we began this past year designed to generate data that can demonstrate to growers the value of increased biodiversity on farm. The first thing we'll be looking at is how growers can maintain in non-crop areas effective refuges for the monarch butterfly. In doing that, we think that growers can certainly benefit the overall population health of monarch butterfly. Milkweed is a key attribute of that, and is the single food source for monarch larvae, and is important in the reproductive cycle for monarch butterfly. And our research to date demonstrates that growers can encourage higher biodiversity on farm without affecting overall crop production.
Well, it's really interesting, and we'll look forward to seeing that. We have, I think, part of a day dedicated to finding out a little more about Living Acres, and so we'll have that to look forward to, as well as many other visits. If you're going to be there, please do look us up. One other tidbit, I just escaped me before, but I wanted to mention that I did get a chance in D.C. to visit some of the major national associations. We visited CropLife America, and also saw the Fertilizer Institute as well as Farm Bureau Federation. And all of them kind of had sourpusses, and mainly it was about the Scalia passing and what that's going to do to the Supreme Court. And I think I alluded to it a couple of weeks ago, but they're all very concerned about what's going to happen with regulations and some of the legislation that they've been working on for a long time. And we're talking about anything from GMO preemption being an issue, waters of the U.S., pesticide re-registrations. A lot of things are going to be in play. I think you're probably going to expect a lot of calls for you to call your congressman to act on certain things. I've seen a few things come out already, and we're probably going to see more come down the road. It's going to be a very difficult time for our friends in the associations. It's never easy there, but this certainly did deliver a body blow to a lot of the things that they're working on, and they're looking to try to pick up the pieces and move forward as best as they can. So we'll bring you more of that information as we go along. I think it's it for this edition of Retail Week. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you next week.